name is Jason Tremblay, and we're going to continue on with the Athlete Management System 8th edition tutorial. Next up, I'm going to show you the title page. So I'll share my screen and we'll take a look. So in the last video, we covered how to create the annual training plan. And in the previous video, we discussed setting up the system for training. So now we're ready to go. And the next step is we're going to go to the title page, and we're going to click duplicate. And then I'm going to click and drag this tab to the end. And then we're going to label this tab as Preparatory 1. And the reason why we label this tab as Preparatory 1 is because when you have 52 weeks of training in tabs, 1 week of training will be one tab of training. It's nice to have it's like putting your files in a file folder. It keeps things separated and organized when you're scrolling through. And it also lets the athlete know what they're going to be working on in a particular phase. And so the next step here is you're going to enter in the start date. So I'm going to type in February 21 as the start date. I'll select, obviously we're on Preparatory 1, so I'm going to leave it there. But if I were doing a different type of training, I would select that phase, and I would also select the macro cycle that the athlete's in as well. And lastly, you would type in the week that they're starting on. So Preparatory 1, what are the objectives? I have some listed down here. You could just say build work capacity and increase muscle size. Those are pretty typical objectives of a preparatory training period. And then you could also say maybe you want your athlete to develop a consistent training routine, and you also want to establish a relationship with them because you're new to working together. And then develop a consistent sleep-wake routine. Maybe that's something that you wanted to work on based on their sign up. From 2019 to 2021, I spent time with the Calgary Flames organization, and one of the things I liked most about the locker room was some of the cool quotes and sayings they had on there. And so I wanted to take those and either display them for our athletes or adapt them and display them for our athletes. So we have some of these cool Calgary Flame inspired quotes and messages in the title page, just to kind of focus the athlete on one thing before they train. The next thing is we have some optional warm-up or active recovery workouts. So you can write your own. If this is a strength and conditioning client, you can unmerge the cell and make this into quite a large movement day, right? Where you have a lot of flexibility in how many exercises you're going to do, or you could even make the entire thing a movement day, right? You have a lot of different options. So you could prescribe as much or as little movement work for your clients. If I make it mandatory, I would just say mandatory warm-up exercises. And I would make that in red. And then when communicating with the client, I would make sure to point this out to them as well. But we'll set it back to optional. Also, this is a good space to put physical therapist protocols. It's a good collaborative page if the client is working with a PT or anything like that. So sometimes we'll put that in here. We also have different warm-ups. So if a client's working up to a work set, here's a percentage of work set based scheme that they can use. If they're warming up to a top set using RPE, here's an RPE based warm-up protocol. And if they're working up to an estimated 1 rep maximum, here is a full protocol for 1 RM testing. So quite a handy little page. The last thing I like to do is with whatever cells I'm not using from the movement day, I will type in some instructions for the program, which will say use double progression to progress all accessory exercises in this program. First, increase reps to top of the range, then increase load. Remain or stay within the prescribed RP range at all times. And so then you would just want to click text wrapping. I think it looks more professional when you don't bold text like that. And then this title page is done. So it has the athlete's name, it has their 1RMs, it has goals that aren't outcome related, process oriented goals. And it also communicates the science of why we're training the way we're training over here. And then we have like a cool little motivational mantra, or just like a friendly reminder for them whenever they open up their program here. And then general warm-up protocols and specific warm-up protocols at the bottom of this page. So whenever a client starts a new training program, a new training phase, I will send out a title page with that as well. I'll see you in the next video.